Speaking of transformations, our final speaker tonight is Allie Tepe-Guy, owner of Allie's Bar and Grill over on Commercial Road. I had a feeling I didn't really need to do much of an introduction, although I did get a voicemail with her yesterday. Her voicemail says Allison, and that was one of them. I had just, you're just Allie. You're not Allison. But Allie's Bar and Grill, Allie's passion, as we know, is to honor her son's spirit by building and transforming a restaurant that feels like home to people and giving back to local causes in our community, of which she is a part of many. Please welcome Allie for her story entitled My Giving Heart.
You start the wave. Hi, everybody. This is an honor. I'm Allie. So, better yet, I'm Allison Tepe-Guy. Most of you know me as the proud owner of Allie's Bar and Grill. The title of my speech is My Giving Heart. It is one of reflection, selflessness, and my investment in people in our Madeira community. When I began thinking about my story, I was instantly transported back to one of the most important days of my life and the 23 beautiful years that had followed. July 27th, 1996, when I gave birth to my son, Tepe-Guy. In January of 2000, I moved into our home on Osceola Drive in hopes of becoming a part of our beloved community. Shortly after, I registered Thai in school and in sports and became part of the bleacher butt sports community. Parents, you know how I feel. If there was a ball to be kicked, thrown, or swung at, Ty wanted to try, and he did. It was then that I realized I had fallen into a category I desperately wanted to avoid, but I didn't. I was a smother. Whatever event he was a part of in life, I was front and center. I always wanted to be there, and he always knew I was. At the age of 10, after a soccer game, he politely asked me to limit my cheers to 2 per half. Apparently, I was one of the fellow players remarked to him, "We can always tell when your mom's in the crowd." But admittedly, I failed time and time and time again. I can still see him looking at me with a stink eye from the side of the field. Oops. But I made a promise when he was born to always be there and to be present in his life and include him in mine. I'm proud to say that I still do with the philanthropic efforts that we support through Allie's. May 22nd of 2020, I said my final goodbye to my beautiful boy. Tyson was a victim of a drunk driver going the wrong way on I-71. Spent a lot of time thinking about the reason he was chosen to leave this world. Why did it have to be my son, my world, my heart? What do I do now? What is my place? How do I go on? What is my new normal? That life raft was really drifting for a while. I returned to the daily activities of my full-time job, which I still have, and was strongly supported by my friends and family. But it wasn't until a construction job would springboard us into what my next stage in life would be. About a year after Tyson passed away, my husband Dan came home and said, "So I'm doing a construction job in North College Hill for the police department, and I'm going to swap my labor for a SWAT vehicle, and we're going to turn it into a food truck." Okay. We're going to name it Ties on the Fly. That way we can take it around town and keep his memory alive. Shortly after, Dan and I were out having a drink at Madeira Inn and talking about how we launched this initiative. We clearly needed a kitchen, and our galley one at home was not going to foot the bill. You know that moment when the lightning bolt hits, and you're like, not sure how I should react? This was ours. My friend CJ, in a conversation, said, "Did you hear that Westies is up for sale?" We didn't react. We just sat there. A few hours after returning home that night, we had the conversation that would change our future. This wasn't an easy conversation. At first, I was not on board. And anyone who truly knows me, that when it matters, I am not shy about giving my opinion. Comments like these happened. That ashtray with a pulse? Are you nuts? Good thing we have insurance because we're going to need to update our tetanus shots. I'm not nearly drunk enough to have this conversation. I don't think it's a good idea. But Dan had many years prior in construction, and if there was ever a restaurant that he wanted to buy in Madeira, it would be this one. So just like a pregnancy, it took 9 months. Well, COVID. I feel like that's the word of the evening here. And on February 22nd of 2022, we walked into our future and the springboard to preserving and honoring Tyson's legacy. So we brought out the old to-do list and started marking things off. Renovate everything. Starting on day 1, check. Pave the parking lot, check. Get a point of sale system, check. Create a delicious scratch-made menu, check. Hire our wonderful staff, check. Stock our coolers with cold beer and fill our shelves with booze, check. Now what? Dan knew that with me being a marketer, I was a secret ingredient we needed to add to that list. After all, serving others has always been a part of my human condition. But there was still a great deal of fear. Will we succeed? What are we missing? Turns out the meaty ingredient to our recipe was one thing: your support. And thankfully, you've not let us down. Since February 24th of 2022 till today, we've been creating memories in our special place. It has been a wild, greasy, blood, sweat, tears, and multiple cuss word conversations to get through this journey. So now, let's pay it forward. During the past 3 years, we've been able to honor Ty's life by developing the Tepe-Guy Memorial Scholarship Fund, and we've raised and donated over $23,000 to future healthcare heroes of tomorrow. We set up this fund in Tyson's memory because of his passion for medicine and the path he was on to become an anesthesiologist through the UC Medical School while being employed as an anesthesia tech at Bethesda North Hospital. But we didn't stop there. Additionally, we have supported 17 other organizations throughout Indian Hill and Madeira and surrounding neighborhoods to the tune of $19,000 by supporting local organizations. Organizations such as the General Federation of Women's Club, Madeira Chapter, Madeira City Schools, sports and music programs, countless local youth sports teams, as well as our retired veterans, Ronald McDonald House, the YWCA Domestic Violence Program for Survivors, and multiple City of Madeira events. I guess you could say I drank the Kool-Aid when it comes to being generous. But I wouldn't be this way if others had not helped me to get to where I had to do the next thing. Hard times can become a part of you. It is what you choose to do next that matters. I have chosen to live a life built on hope, the hope for a better day, even if that means I was the one to make someone else's life better. After all, the people who surprise you the most are the ones you don't listen to. I didn't get here on my own. I couldn't have done it without the help of others. In the spirit of gratitude, I would like to thank the following: the Madeira Chamber of Commerce, namely David Peterson, John Flood of Brown Dog Films and Production, City of Madeira, namely Michael Norton Smith, my incredible staff, many of whom have been with me since day one and are here today: Sarah, Jenny, Dwight, Cole, Tony, Jeff, Frank, Angel, and Brandon. Your efforts are noticed and appreciated beyond measure. Thank you to our patrons, who I'm so lucky to call many of you my friends, and yes, who I will always offer a genuine hug to. To my best friend Mike, thank you for being the best support system a girl could ever have. Your daily dose of laughter, sarcasm, and joy fuels my soul. To my parents, Bill and Kathy Tepe, they're here. Without you, my life would be incomplete. Your unwavering love, constant cheerleading, and guidance keeps me going. I will continue to make you proud. And I saved the best for last. Dan, my man, none of this is possible without you. Your work ethic and commitment to our restaurant is immeasurable. Thank you for being by my side. Through the ups and downs we have both been challenged with, my life is better because you allow me to be my authentic self. You are the best parts of my life journey. In closing, I leave you with these 3 messages because I missed out on my bumper sticker career. Life is built on who you are, so live a life built on hope. Don't be afraid to open your heart. It brings the most beautiful people. Local businesses need you. I need you. Remember to shop locally. It's a way that you can give back to being a patron to one of our establishments. Thank you for allowing me to share my story with you.